Hello everyone. So in this video, we are discussing the solutions of paper Feb-March series 2025 question paper 4.2 code 4.2. This is the calculator paper. Okay. So the questions you can use for solving question you can use. So let's start with the first question. The first question. So let's start with the easy. Write down the factors of 28, that is prime number. So what are the prime factors of 28? You can see 28 can be factorized as this is 7 into 4, or you can say this is 7 into 2 into 2, correct? So what are the prime factors? The question is asking you to write the prime factors. So what are the prime factors? Prime factor is 7 or 2, the prime numbers which are factors of 28. Oh, now simplify this expression. So this is pretty easy. It's just like the like terms. So this is 4y square negative y square. This will become 3y square, and 3y plus 2y will become 5y. So what is the answer? This is the answer for this next question. Okay. Now the next question, shade two more small squares to make a pattern with two lines of symmetry. So here they have shaded these. They have shaded this and this. Okay, this and this. So now you have to shade two more so that we have two lines of symmetry. Now if you want to have two lines of symmetry, how can you like shade two figures, two squares? You can just see here. If I shade, like for example this, just see here. So this will become symmetric. But here you can see this, if I shade this also. So now is this symmetric? Yes, because see, if I take this is the line. This is one line of symmetry, you can clearly see. Or if I take this line, no, this is not symmetric. If I take this line, you see, this is symmetric and this is also symmetric. So these are two lines of symmetry. So are there any other lines of symmetry? So if I take this line, this is not symmetric. If I take this line, this is also not symmetric. That means we have only two lines of symmetry. So what is the answer? You can see I can shade this square and this square to make two lines of symmetry. Okay. There can be multiple answers. I can have another way, like this is one answer, that if I shade these two, that will be, you can say this is having two lines of symmetry. Or if I think about other methods, so for example, if I want to shade something else, like if I shade, for example, this, okay, and if I shade this, though this will become the line of symmetry, but for that you need to have this. So here you can see this is one line of symmetry, yes, but this will not have two lines of symmetry. So that is again not possible. So I think that you can write the answer, the earlier one, okay. There can be multiple answers. You can think about other solution also. Okay. Give the answer to the correct decimal. So this is just a calculator question. You have to just put the values in the calculator and get the answer. So I'll just give you the answer. This is 2.6. This is, you will get 2.64. So this is correct decimal is 2.6. We have the answer key. So you can just put in the values and get the answer. Okay. So this is a question not to be discussed. Now the next question. Now this is an interesting question. The pattern is formed by three congruent triangles. We have three rectangles. One, two, three, same rectangles, right? Each rectangle is rotated by 90 degree. That means this angle is 90, this angle is 90 degree. Okay. One of point A has vertex 2, comma 5. This is 2, comma 5, and B has 4, comma 1.5. You have to find the coordinate of C and D. You have to find the coordinates of C and D. Okay. So you can see here, this is, so, okay. So this is, you can see this is 2, comma 1.5. Why this is 2, comma 1.5? Because vertical line, x coordinate will be same. This is horizontal line. So this is 1.5, y coordinate will be same. And you can see here, I can easily write this also. What is this length? Or otherwise, it's not needed actually. You have to just get the coordinate of this. So you can clearly see what is the length, side length. You can see this is the side length. What is this? This is 5. Y coordinate of this is 5, and this is 1.5. So this is, subtract this 5 minus 1.5, which is 3.5. Correct. So this distance is 3.5. That is, this length is 3.5. And you can clearly see this also. What is this length? This is, you can see, this is 4, this is 2. So this will be 2. You can see the difference is 2. Right. So this is 2, and you can see this length. will also be what? 3.5, because this is same rectangle here, correct? And you can see what is this? This length is also 2. This length is 2 because this is 2, right? So what is the coordinate of C? So you can see if I have this coordinate is 2 and this length is 5.5. This total length is 5.5. Right? This is 2 plus 3.5. So here, on this line, the coordinate will be 7.5. 2 plus 5.5, which is x coordinate is 7.5. Okay. And for this D, this is length. What is this length? This length is 2. So what is this length? This is 7.5. This is coordinate is 7.5 plus 2, that is 9.5. So I got both the coordinates of x coordinate of C and D. Now let's get the y coordinates. Okay. So now y coordinate will go vertical. Okay. So you can see here, this coordinate is 1.5. This line, this base is 1.5. And you can see this is 2. This is 2. Why this is 2? Because this is the side of rectangle. Okay. This is 2 and this total is 1.5. So 3.5. So this is basically 1.5. So if this is 1.5 and the x coordinate, y coordinate on this is 1.5. So I have to go 1.5 above. So we'll add 1.5 plus 1.5. This is 3. So the y coordinate on this line, the y coordinate will be 3. This is horizontal line. Okay, this is 3. So y coordinate of this point is 3. Correct. Now, if I take this, what is this? This is length is 3.5. Why this is 3.5? This length 3.5. Now, if this is 3.5 and this line base is 3, so this will become 3 plus 3.5, which is 6.5. The y coordinate will be 6.5. So, what is the answer for D? D coordinate is 9.5 comma 6.5 and coordinate of 3C is 7.5 comma 3. So, that is the answer. Let's see. This is 7.5 comma 3 and 9.5 comma 6.5, or 3-mark question. Not very difficult. Just calculate the size, you'll get the answer. Okay. Now let's take next question. Each week, Nisha is paid $12 per hour for the first 40 hours. For 40 hours, this is $12 per hour. And she is paid 30% more per hour for any extra hour that she works. 1 week, Nisha works for 45.5 hours. Then how much she is paid? Okay. So basically she is working for 45.5 hours. So you can see it is having 40 hours plus 5.5 hours. Correct? Why I have written this 40 hours plus 5.5 hours? Because for 40 hours, the first 40 hours, the pay is fixed. So this is 12 rupees, $12 per hour. So this is $12 per hour. And how many hours? For 40 hours. Correct? Plus for next 5.5 hours, she will be paid 30% more. So that is, it was $12 per earlier. So it will increase to 30%. So how will you increase 30%? $12 multiplied with 1.30. 30% increase. 30% increase is effectively 30 by 100 plus 1. That is 1.3. Right? 100% plus 30%, which is 103. So 103 divided by 100 is 1%. Okay, 1.3, right? So that is multiplied. And this is for 5.5 hours. This is the pay. So what is this value? This is the final pay, which will be given to Nisha. So let's calculate this value. So this is, I have the calculator. So what is this? 40. This is into 40 plus this is 5.5 multiplied with 12 into 1.3, which is $565.8. Okay, $565.8. So what is the answer? This is 565.8. Okay, so let's check the answer. This is 565.8 is the correct answer. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. Now this is the question on statistics. The table shows the age of and mass of each of 10 babies. Okay, so yeah, so there are, this is the data of 10 babies in which This is age and their mass. Okay, so this is plotted here, right? So now let's read the question. Complete the scatter diagram. First 6 points have been plotted for you. Okay, so first you have to complete the scatter diagram. So you have to just plot the points. So here, what is these are the points plotted. So for 9, what is the age? Age is 9. So what is the you can say mass? This is 4.6. So 4.6 for 9, this is 4.6. So it will be, this is plotted. Okay. For 9 years, for 9 weeks. Okay. For 9, this is 4.6. So 4.6 will be, this is 4.5 and 4.6 is somewhere here. Okay. For 9. Then for 7, this is, this is 7. That is 4.5. Age is 7 and this is 4.5. So this is 7 and where is 4.5? This is 4.5. Okay, so you have to just mark the midpoint. Okay, so this is 4.5. Okay, now that is 1 age 1 week and 2.5 age 1 and this is 2.5. So this is somewhere here. Okay, and 11 age 11 years and the mass is 5.3. So age is 11, mass is 5.3. So this is, you can see, this is 11 and 5.3 will be just like this, 5.3. So this is 1, 2, 3. This is the value. Okay, so this is the point. Basically, this is the point which you need to plot. So these are the points corresponding to this. So we have plotted all the points. So this part is easy. Okay, you just plot the points. The next part. What type of correlation is shown in the scatter diagram? Okay, so when you have to show what is the uh, correlation, you can clearly see if I draw the line of best fit. So if I draw the line of best fit, so what you can do is you can just draw a straight line. Yeah. So you can see if I draw line of best fit, it is something like this. Okay. You can see, okay, this is good. So this is almost passing through maximum points, equal number of points adjusted. Okay. So this is the line of best fit and this is sloping positive. So this is a positive correlation. So what is the answer? This one is a positive correlation. So the answer for this is positive correlation. So this is a positive correlation. Okay. Draw the line of best fit, that is done. Use your line to find the estimate of mass of 14-week-old baby. So for 14-week-old baby, what is the mass? This is, you can see 14 week. This is age is 14. And according to this line of best fit, this is the value. Correct? This is the, you can say, means. So let's read this. So what is this? This is the value. You can see this is the value which is 6.1, 6.2. So this is 6.2. So what is the answer? This is 6.2. So we can see in the diagram also that is 6.2. Okay. So what is the answer for this? This is 6.8. Okay. So this is, you have to just plot the value. You can see we have just drawn the best fit and for 14 I have taken the value. You can see I just draw the line so it will be easy to see. So this is for 14. What is the value? This is the value. Okay. So just trying to combine this. So what is this value? This is equal to 6.2. Okay. So your answer might be little different depending upon how you draw the straight line. Best fit. Try to cover as many points as possible. Okay. So that's how you can solve this type of question. Okay. So now let's move to the next question. So this is the, now this is a scale diagram, scale drawing. shows the position of both A and both B. Scale is 1 centimeter equal to 0.5 kilometers. Okay. The question is the scale is 1 centimeter equal to 0.5 kilometer. The question here is find the actual distance between both A and B. So what you have to do is you have to do is you have to just measure this distance. Just join this and measure this distance. Let's say if you measure this distance, okay, so that on the paper, the distance on the paper you will find the distance, okay. So whatever the distance you find here. So for example, if I measure this is just for example. Let's say this is I get 5 centimeter. Okay. So if this is 5 centimeter on actual like drawing, the actual distance will be what? Because the scale is 1 centimeter, 0.5 kilometers. So this is 5 into 0.5 kilometers, which is 2.5 kilometers. Okay, this is how you draw, how you find this. Okay, so this is not the answer. You have to check on the paper because this is a zoomed figure. So I will not be able to write the answer. So according to your question, like diagram, you will see the answer will be 2.1, 2.1 kilometers. Okay, so you will find this is 4.2 centimeters or 4.2 centimeter. This will become 2.1. Okay, so that is what you have to do in this type of question. Now, a lighthouse L lies to east of both A and B. L is 4.4 kilometer from both A and 3.3 kilometer from both B. So L, now using the ruler and compass, construct the position of L. Okay. So L is 4.4 kilometers. So you can see the position of L. For L, this is 4.4 kilometers from A. Now, if L is 4.4 kilometer from A, so on the paper, on the drawing, it will be 4.4 into what is the 1 centimeter? This is 0.4 kilometer is equal to 1 centimeter. So on paper, what is this? This is, you can see, this will be equal to, you can see 4.4 divided by 0.5, which is equal to 8.8 centimeter. So L is 8.8 centimeter from A. So what you can do is you take the compass and mark an arc of 8.8 centimeter. So it's like this. You mark from A, you mark an arc of 8.8 centimeter like this. Okay. And similarly for B, what is the distance? 3.3 kilometer from both B. So 3.3 kilometers. So from B, this is 3.3 kilometer. So on paper, it will be 3.3 divided by 0.5. So which is equal to 6.6 centimeter. I hope this is clear because we have to draw scale diagram. Okay. So on paper, we have to draw 6.6 centimeter. Now 6.6 centimeter, what you will do is from B, you will draw 6.6 centimeter like this. And from A, you had 8.8. So this is the point of intersection. This is the position of A. This is how you have to mark. Okay. So this is what you have to do in this. So that is the position of L like this. This is how you do this type of questions. Okay. So that you have to do on the paper. I have given you the method. Just follow this and get the answer. Okay. Using the compass, position of the L, we have to mark. All right. So this is the next question. Okay. Write down the number in the standard form. How to write the number in standard form? That is, you can see this is, you will write this is 7.09. You will shift 1, 2, 3. So this is into 10 to the power 10 to the power minus 3. So that is the answer for this 7.9 into 7.0 into 10 to the power minus 3. Second, work out this value and write the answer in the standard form. So you can clearly see this is what? 4 square, which is 16, and 10 raised to 4 raised to 2, which is 10 raised to 8. Now this is not in a standard form because this has to be 1.6 into 10 to the power 8. So which is effectively 1.6. When you are writing the standard form, you have to write the answer like this. The number has to be between 1 and 10. Okay. So this is between 1 and 10 basically. So this is 1.6 into 10 to the power 9. That is the answer for the next question. Okay. So now, okay. Now this is a question on transformation. So here the question is, let's see, you just see this is A and B. So what is the question? Draw the image of A, triangle A after the reflection in the line y equal to 1. A reflection in the line y equal to 1. So if I draw y equal to 1, this is the line y equal to 1, which is which is y equal to 1 is a line which is horizontal. That is like this. This is y equal to 1. So we have to draw the image in this. Now, if you have to draw the image of A in this, all these points will be equidistant. So this point 1 unit up, so it will become 1 unit down. So this point will come here. This is 2 units up, so this will become 2 units down. So it will be here, and you can see what is this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. So if I join this, so this is A dash. Okay, this is the mirror image. This is how you can find this. Okay, so this is the question, first part. Now triangle A, after the translation by a vector minus 6, 1. Translation by minus 6, 1. So minus 6, 1. So you have to translate this by minus 6, 1. That is, how will you translate? That is, every point will be minus 6, that is 6 units left. Okay, and 1 unit up. 6 units left because negative, and 1 unit up. So now see, to this point will go 6 units left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1 unit up. So this is 1. That is this. So this point will be translated here. And now you can see when you are translating, the length will not change. So what you can do is this block will completely shift like this. Again, you can measure like this also. You can use shift this 6 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 unit up. So this is this. So this and this I have shifted. So this will go. Now same logic. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So this point will come here and 1 unit up like this. So what is the figure? This is the image. You can see after translation. This is how you can draw. So this is the answer for the second A double dash. Okay. So this is how you do the translation. Now, so this is the answer for A. This is for this. Okay. Reflection and translation. Now, next point is describe fully the single transformation that maps A onto B. Okay. So here A has to map on B. So what is the translation you see? Okay. So you can clearly see this diagram and this diagram. This is just a rotation like this. So it will be a rotation, right? About now, when you have to write the rotation, you have to write the center of rotation and angle of rotation, clockwise and anti-clockwise. For that, the best way is use the tracing paper. So just put the tracing paper and see, try to see which figure matches. Okay, but you can clearly see here that this is a translation in anti-clockwise direction. You can see this side has become like this. So this will be anti-clockwise direction, and it will be a 90-degree rotation. You can just measure this using the tracing paper also. But what is the center of rotation? For that, you will definitely need the tracing paper, or by trial and error you can see what is the center of rotation, but the best way is tracing paper. Okay, so you will get the answer. I just give you the answer for this. This is rotation of 90-degree anti-clockwise, and the center of rotation you will find will be 3 comma minus. So this is basically 3, that is this 3 comma minus 1 like this. So about this point basically we have rotated this by 90-degree like this. Okay, so for example, if I join this and if I take this will be a 90-degree rotation. Okay, so just you can just try using the tracing paper, you will find this. Okay. For this type of question, rotation, just use tracing paper. That is the easiest way to solve it. Otherwise, there are other lengthy methods also by joining the points and all this, but try to avoid those. Better is tracing paper. Okay, so now let's move to the next question. Middle invest $1,500 at a rate of 4.2 per year compound interest. Compound interest. Find the value of the interest investment at the end of 5 years. So basically this is the final value is equal to initial value 1 plus r by 100 raised to for how many years this is invested for a time period, correct? So initial amount invested is what? 1500, and it is invested for, you can see, 4.2 at a rate of 4.2%. And for how many years? This is for 5 years. So now just plug in the values in the calculator and get the answer. You will find this is a pretty easy question. This is 1842.59. Simple formula application. Okay. Hitanchi invests some money at a rate of X% per year compound interest. At the end of 11 years, the value of the investment has doubled. Then find the value of X. Now, the initial investment is, let's say, P naught, and it is invested at a rate of X% for how many years? For 11 years. Then the final value is double. That is, this is double. That is, initial value is, the final value is 2 P naught, initial value, double of P initial value. So what is the value? Now for solving this, what you can see is, you can write this is 2 is equal to, P naught will be cancelled. This is equal to 1 plus X by 100 raised to 11. Now how will you solve this equation? So for this, you can see, I can take this 11 on this side. So it will become 2 to the power 1 by 11. 1 by 11 is equal to 1 plus X upon 100. I hope this is clear. This power will go on this side. This will be the value. Now you can just plug in the value on this, and this is, so okay, let me do the calculations again. So this is, you can see, 2 to the power 1 by 11, and this I will subtract 1. Okay. So if I subtract 1, this is basically 0.065. This is equal to X upon 100. So now just multiply this 100, you will find this is, X will be equal to, just multiply this 100. This is 6.5 5%. Okay, 6.5%. Okay, so this is how you can solve this. So let's check the answer also. This is 6 point, this is question number 11. 6.5%, right? So this is how you can do this calculation. Okay, now the, the cone has sloping edge 12 centimeter and base radius is 5. Find the total surface area of the cone. So basically, if you have a cone like this, let's say this is the cone like this, and it has sloping edge, that is, this is 12 centimeter and the radius is 5. So the question is, what is the total surface area? So you have the formula on the first page of the paper. What is the total surface area? So the curved surface area is pi rn, and the surface area of this, that is circle area is pi r square. So this is all, that is the total surface area of the cone. Now what is this? This is pi. What is radius? Radius is 5, and L slant edge. This is L slant height. Okay, this is pi, and what is radius? 5 square, that is 25. So now just plug in the values, you'll get the answer. So you will find, if I put the value, this is equal to 267 centimeter square. Okay, so just put the values in the calculator and you'll get the answer for this one. Okay, so now the next question is the question on sequences. So here we have to write the nth term of each sequence. So there are 3 sequences, 6 mark questions. Okay, so let's see. So the first sequence you see here is, if you just observe this 5, 12, 31, 68, 129. First try you can do is taking the differences. For example, if you take the difference of these two, this is 7, right? 5 plus 7 is 12. This is 19, right? And this is 34, sorry, 37, and this is 61. You can see here, right? So this is 12. 19 minus 7, 12, correct? This is, you can see, 18, and this is, you can see, it's 4, and this is 24. And again, you see now this is 6 and 6. So here you can see first, second, third. Third difference is constant. If third difference is constant, that is, this is a cubic sequence. So this sequence basically is a cubic sequence. Okay. So this is a cubic sequence. Now for writing the cubic sequence, you have the nth term is a n cube plus b n square. So nth term of a cubic sequence is a n cube plus b n square plus c n plus d. Now you have to find a, b, c, d. Okay, that is one way to solve this type of question. But in general, when you have cubic equation, just try to observe this in a pattern in cubes. Okay, so that way you will avoid the calculation. So here you just observe this. Can I relate these terms to cubes? So you can see this is, if I take uh this is, I can say 1 cube plus 4, right? This is 1 cube plus 4 is 5, right? This is 2 cube, that is 8 plus 4 is 12. And you can just see this is 3 cube plus 4, that is 27 plus 4 is 31. And just see here, this is 4 cube, that is 64. Uh, 64 plus 4, you can see. And this is also satisfying this 5 cube plus 4. So you can see there is a pattern here. This is for first term, this is 1 cube plus 4. Second position, 2 cube. Third position, 3 cube. Fourth position, 4 cube. So nth position, this is n cube and plus 4. So what is the nth term of this? This is n cube plus 4 is the answer for this. Okay. So this is how you can easily solve the questions involving cubic sequences. Okay. Just observe the pattern. Now here there is no standard sequence. You will just observe the pattern here. Okay. So here you see for this question, the second sequence, what is this? This is, I can say 10, 9, 8, 7, that is everything is decreasing by 1 in numerator. So if I just take this, if I take this is 11 minus 1 divided by, you can say this is 3, right? So I want on the position 1, this is 2 plus 1, correct? 2 plus 1 and this is 11 minus 1. Now what is this? This is 10 minus 1. You can see this is 10 minus 1 upon, or you can see this is 11 minus 2. Better is 11 minus 2 divided by this is 2 plus 2. Right? What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to relate the positions. This is second term. So this is 2 and 2 I have it. For the first term, 1 and 1. Okay. Now just try this one. So this is 11 minus 3. And what is this? This is 2 plus 3. So I hope you can easily understand this. What is the pattern here? For the first term, this is 11 minus 1 upon 2 plus 1. For the second term, this is 11 minus 2 upon 2 plus 2. For the third term, this is 11 minus 3 upon 2 plus 3. So for nth term, can I say this is n minus, sorry, 11 minus n upon, you can say this is 2 plus n. So I hope this is clear. You can see the pattern here. Now you can just check also. If I put n equal to 1, this will be 10 upon 3, which is the first term. If I put n equal to, let's say 5, that is you should get fifth term. If I put n equal to 5, 11 minus 5 is 6. And n equal to 5, this is 2 plus 5, which is 7. So this is the answer for the nth term of this sequence. Just observing the pattern. Okay. Now the next part. So here you see. So this is for sequence B. Now for sequence C, you can see this is 4, 8, 16, 32. So obviously this is a exponential series, geometric series. You can see this is multiplied with 2, multiplied with 2, multiply 2. So this is a geometric sequence. And for geometric sequence, what is the nth term? En. This is the first term into common ratio raised to n minus 1. So what is the first term here? First term is 4, right? So this is 4. What is the common ratio? That is this common ratio, that is 2. So this is 2 raised to n minus 1. So what is this? I can simplify this. What is this? This is 2 square into 2 to the power n minus 1. So the powers will add. So 2 plus n minus 1. So what is this? 2 raised to n plus 1. So what is the answer for this? This is 2 raised to n plus 1. I hope this is clear. Otherwise, for this, you can directly use this geometric sequence concept, or otherwise, you can just observe pattern also. So I can say here, this is what? 2 square. This is 2 cube. This is 2 raised to 4. This is 2 raised to 5. 2 raised to 6. So you can see here, this is 2 raised to 1 plus 1. 2 raised to 2 plus. This is 2 raised to 3 plus 1. 4 plus 1. 5 plus 1. So this is 2 raised to n plus 1. So that way also you can directly answer this question. Okay. So I hope this is clear how you got the patterns and got the secret. Okay. So now the question on functions. So now how to solve questions on function? The first question is find f of minus 3. We just put the value minus 3. So what is this? This is 5 minus 4 negative 3. So this is equal to, I'll put minus 3. So this is 5, negative 4 into negative 3 will become plus 12. So what is the answer? This is 17. So the first answer is 17. Find f of 3 minus x. That means in place of x, you have to replace 3 minus x. To place of x, put 3 minus x. So what is f of 3 minus 2x, which is equal to 5 minus 4, just put 3 minus 2x. Now simplify this. So how will you open this? You have to just open the bracket. 4 multiplied with 3, 12, negative 4, negative 2. That will be plus 8. So what is this? This is minus 7 plus 8x. So what is this? This is 8x minus 7 is the answer. Now find f inverse. How to find f inverse? So just, this is our function. I'll write it here. This is y equal to fx. This is equal to 5 minus 4x. So just interchange x and y. This will become x is equal to 5 minus 4y. Now make y the subject. Now how will you make the y subject? You can see this is 4y is equal to 5 minus. I'll take this 4y on this side, x on this side. Now divide by 4. So this is y is equal to 5 minus x upon 4. So this is the, you can say this is the inverse, f inverse, that is 5 minus x upon 4. That is how we can solve. So let's check the answers also. So this is 17, 8x minus 7, 5 minus x upon. Okay, let's move to the next one. So here, Virat records height of each of 80 sunflowers. The result is shown in this. Okay, so this is a continuous interval given to you in the frequency form. Calculate the estimate of mean height. Now, how to find the mean height when this is given in continuous interval? So this is, take the midpoint. Take the midpoint. This is sigma, that is xi fi upon sigma fi. That is summation of all the frequencies. Data into corresponding frequency. Now for this data, we'll take the midpoint. Okay. So now what is this? So we'll make 1.2 and 1.5. What is the midpoint? I can easily find this is 1.2 plus 1.5 divided by 2. So which is 2.7 by 2, which is 1.35. Okay. So this is, we'll take the midpoint, that is 1.35 here. This is, you can see 1.3, 1.5 plus 1.6 by 2, which is 1.55. You can just check this. This is, you can see, this is 1.65 and this is 1.8. 1.8. That is the midpoint. So what is the mean? Mean height will be data xi into corresponding frequency. This is 1.35 multiplied with 12 plus 1.55 multiplied with 20, 1.65 multiplied with 34, 1.8 multiplied with 14, divide by sum of all the frequencies. So obviously it will be equal to 80 because this is the data of 80 flowers. So upon 80. So now just plug in the values in the calculator and get the answer. Let's see. So this is 1.35 multiplied with 12 plus 1.55 multiplied with 20 plus 1.65 multiplied with 34 plus 1.8 multiplied with 14, and this is divided by 80. So this is 1.6065. So let's see the answer. Yes, this is 1.60625. What is the data? This is in height. This is meter. Okay, that is the mean of this. You can see this is the final answer for this question. I hope this is clear. This is Just take the midpoints and multiply the corresponding frequency and divide by total frequency. Okay. Draw the histogram to show the information on the table. So you have to just uh, uh, draw the histogram here. So this is, you can see we have, so I'll just remove this part now. This is midpoint part is done. So now if you have to draw the histogram, so you can see they have given the data here, 1.2 and so on, correct? On the y-axis, you have to plot the frequency density. Now, why we have to draw the frequency density here? You can see here the class intervals are not same. When the class intervals are not same, you have to plot the frequency density. Now, how to find the frequency density? So first, we have to find the frequency density. I write here frequency density. Now, what is frequency density? This is equal to frequency divided by the width of the class. So you can see what is the frequency at 12 and what is the width. Width is basically difference of these two. What is the difference of these two? 0.3. Correct? So this is 12 divided by 0.3. So frequency density of this is 12 divided by 0.3. So which is, you can see this is equal to 40. Okay. So the frequency density here, this is 40. Okay. I hope this is clear. We can just see this is 40, right? Right. Now, what is the what is this? Frequency density for this class. This is, you can see the difference. What is the width? Class width, 0.1. 1.6 minus 1.5, 0.1. And this is frequency. That is 20 divided by 0.1. 20 divided by 0.1, which is equal to 200. So this is the frequency density of the second, 200. Now, what is the frequency density here? This is 34 divided by 0.1. So this is 340. And what is this? This is 1.7. That is 1. What is the difference? 1.2, 0.2. You can see this is 0.2. So 14 divided by this frequency divided by class width, 0.2, which is equal to 140 divided by 2, which is 70. Correct? So what is the class width? This is 40, 70. So now they will just plot this. So let's plot this. So what you can do is for 1.2 to 1.5, this is 40. 1.2 to 1.5, this is 40. So this is, you can see how many 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 40. So 1.2 to 1.5, this is 40. This is first. Second, 1.2 to 1.5. Then 1.5 to 1.6, 200. 1.5 to 1.6, this is 200. So this is 200 is here. So this is the second bar. That is histogram we are drawing. Okay. Now the third, 1.6 to 1.7, 340. 1.6 to 1.7. 1.6 to 1.7, 340. So this is 300. 1, 2, 3, 4, 340. So this is 1.6 to 1.7. Now the next one, 1.7 to 1.9, 70. 1.7 to 1.9, 70. 1.7 to 1.9, 70, 70. So this is 100, 90, 80, 70. So this is like this. So this is how you have to draw the histogram. Always remember, when the class widths are not same, we always plot the frequency density, and frequency density is equal to the total frequency, that frequency, okay? Frequency divided by the width, class width. Class width is zero point 0.2 here, zero point 0.1 here, zero point 0.1 here, zero point 0.2 here. Okay? So this is how you draw the histogram in this case. Okay? Okay, now the question on the speed time graphs. Okay, so this is a speed time graph which is shown to you here. You can see this is for 30 second speed and time in seconds. Okay, so let's see the question. Write down the acceleration of the cyclist between 15 seconds to 25 seconds. 15 seconds to 25 seconds. So this is a speed time graph. Now for speed time graph, always remember this. For speed time graph, speed time graph, the gradient is equal to acceleration or deceleration if this is negative. Okay. because what is the rate of change of speed? That is acceleration. Okay, so that is why the gradient is acceleration. So first, the first question is asking you what is the acceleration between 15 second and 25 seconds. So 15 second, this is 15 second to 25 second. You can see this is the straight line which is parallel to x-axis. So there is no change in speed. So there is no acceleration. Acceleration is zero. You can see the gradient of this line is zero. So what is the answer for this? This is zero. Second, by drawing the tangent, find the estimate of acceleration of the cyclist at 7.5 seconds. So at 7.5 seconds, uh, what is the acceleration? So that is by gradient. Okay. So at 7.5, we'll find the gradient. So at 7.5, so this is how many units are there? 5. Okay. So this is how 5 divided by 0.2. So basically, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7.5 is somewhere here. So let me draw 7.5 line. So this is the this is 7.5. Now at 7.5, you have to find the acceleration. So you have to draw the tangent at 7.5. Just try to draw a line which is touching the graph at 7.5. Just try to get the estimate of the tangent. So your this is just a rough sketch. We are like a tangent we are trying to draw. So there might be a slight difference in everyone's answer because it depends how sloping you are drawing. Just try to be accurate as much as possible. Okay. So now to get the gradient of this, how to find the gradient of a straight line? You take any 2 points on this and find the gradient. Correct. So this one point is you can clearly this is 7.5 and this is what? This is 1 7.6.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this is 6.2, 6.4, 6.6, 6.8, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So at 7.5, this is 7.5. This value is 7. So what is the coordinate of this? This is 7.5 comma 7. X coordinate is 7.5, y coordinate is 7. Okay. Now let's take one more point which you can easily find. So you can see at 10, this is 10. What is this value? This is you can see 7.8, 7.2, 7.4, 7.6, 7.8. So this point is basically 7.8. So this is at 10, this is 7.8. You can see the coordinate. You can read any coordinate on the graph. So what is the gradient? Gradient is equal to y2 minus y1, that is 7.8 minus 7 upon x2 minus x1, which is 10 minus 7.5. I hope this is clear. 7.8 minus 7, y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So now let's calculate this value. So this is, you can see 0.8 divided by, this is 7.5. This is 0.32. So what is the value which you are getting? This is 0.32. So yes, this is 0.32. Okay. So this is the estimate of the gradient at 7.5 seconds. Okay. So in the answer key, you can see in the answer key, they have given a range from 0.25 to zero point 0.4. So any answer in between that will be acceptable because it depends how sloping you are drawing the line. Just try to be accurate. Okay. So our answer is we are getting 0.32 meter per second square. So just understand the logic here, how we are finding the gradient. Okay, just try to draw a straight line tangent to the curve and take any 2 points on that. Just read the graph correctly and get it perfect. Now, finally, work out the average speed of the cyclist between 15 second to 30 second. What is the average speed between 15 second to 30 second? So 15 second, this is 15 second to 30 second. So basically now in this part, we are just dealing with the straight line. You can see here in this interval that is 15 to this 15 to 30 second with all these are straight lines. Okay. So now in this, what is the average speed? Now What is the average speed? Average speed is total distance traveled upon time taken. Okay. So what is the time taken here? You can clearly see the time taken is what? 15 second to 30 second, which is 15 second. Correct? What is the total distance traveled? Now, how to get the total distance traveled from the speed time graph? From speed time graph, if you have to find the distance, the area of this area under this, that is speed time graph, gives you the distance traveled in that interval. So you have to just find this area. So what is the area of this part? Okay. So you can clearly see this is the trapezium. So find the area of trapezium. That will be the total distance traveled. Okay. So what is the area of this trapezium? That is, let me write here. So distance traveled. Let me write the distance traveled. That is, distance is area. Okay. So what is the area of this? Let's see. So we have this area. So what is this length? First, let's write this length. What is this? This is 15 and 25. So this is 25 minus 15, which is 20. Okay. Oh, sorry, 10. This is 10. This is 10. And what is this length? This is 15. So this length is 15. So this is half sum of parallel sides, 10 and 15. 10 plus 15. Correct? Sum of parallel sides. And the distance between the sides. What is the distance between these two parallel sides? So you can see this is 8. So this is 0 to 8, that is 8. So what is this? This is 25 into 4. 8 by 2, 4. So this is equal to 100. So basically, what is the distance traveled? 100 meters. So what is the average speed? Average speed is equal to total distance traveled, which is 100, upon time taken is 15. Time taken is 15 seconds, because you have to calculate between 15 to 30 seconds. So what is 100 divided by 15? You can just calculate this. 100 divided by 15, which is 6.66, which is 6.66. That is the answer, 6.67 meters per second. This is the average speed. I hope this is clear. Meters per second. Okay. So this is 6.66 is the answer. I hope this is clear. Always remember, speed time graph area is the distance traveled. Okay. So this is done. Okay. Now the next question on the trigonometry. The diagram shows 3 points ABC on the horizontal ground. The bearings are bearing of C. Bearing of C from A. Bearing of C from A is 145 degrees. So let's see. If this is north, bearing of C from A is 145 degree. So this angle is 145 degree. Angle measured in clockwise direction. Angle ACB is 38 degree. AC is 65 and BC is 95. Find the bearing of B. Bearing of B from C. Bearing of B from C. So how will you calculate this bearing? Okay. So if you have to find the bearing of B from C, this is our north. You can see this is our north. So which angle you have to calculate? You will have to calculate this angle. Now, how will you calculate this? You can clearly see this is 145. I can easily say this angle plus this angle will be 180, because this north, this line is parallel to this line. So what is this angle? This angle is 180 minus 145, because the sum of angles between the parallel lines, interior angles, is 180 degree. Correct? So this angle plus this angle is 180. So what is this? This is 35 degrees. Right? So this angle is 35. Now, if this angle is 35, this angle is 38. What is this angle? This angle's total is 360 degree. So 360 degree minus this angle. So what is the answer for this bearing of B from C? I will say this is 360 degree minus addition of these two. What is this? 38 plus 35. 73 degrees. So this is 73 degree subtract. Okay. So this is 10 minus 3, which is 7. And this is what? 15 minus 7, which is 8 and this is 287 degrees. So what is the answer? This is 287 degree is the bearing of this. I hope this part is clear. How we got this angle. Very anti-clockwise is from north. Okay. Now the next part of this. Show that AB is equal to 5.9, 59.3 to correct decimal. AB is, you have to find AB. AB. Okay. So what is AB? This is the length AB. Okay. So if you have to find AB, you can easily see when you have always remembered two sides and angle between them. You can see two sides are given, angle between them, and you have to find the third side. What is the best way to find this is cosine rule. So what is this? I can easily say this side AB square is equal to, what are the adjacent sides? AC and BC. So this is AC square plus AB square. This AC square, AB square, sorry, BC square. This is AC square, BC square minus 2 times AC into BC into cos of angle between them, which is here 38 degree. I hope this is clear. So what is this? AC square. This is 65 square plus this is 95 square. 2 into 65 into 95 into cos 38 degree. This is our AB square. Now you have to find AB. So we'll take the square root of this. So just calculate this. So I'll just put in the values 65 square plus this is 95 square minus this is 2 multiplied with 65 into 95 into cos 38 degrees, which is equal to this, and we will take the square root of this. So this is, you can just see, this is AB square. I'll write it here. This is 3518.06. You will find this. Now we'll take the square root of this. The square root of this, which is 3518.06 is 59.31, which is what you have to prove. 59.3, right? So this is the answer. You can easily understand this. This is AB is 59.8. Okay, so I'll just write it answer. AB is equal to 59.3 meters. So this is how you can easily solve this question. This is 59.3. Okay. Now the next part. Angle BAC is obtuse. Work out the bearing of B from A. Bearing of B from A. Okay. Angle, it is given that angle BAC is obtuse angle. Okay. So this angle BAC, this angle is obtuse. So how can you find this angle? You can see here. We have got, what is this side? This is 59.3 meters. In the previous part, we got this. Now, if you have to find this angle, I can easily find using cosine rule, or you can use sine rule also. Anything is okay. Okay. So if I apply the cosine rule, you can see I know the three sides. So, or you can use sine rule also, because we know the sine of this side also, this angle also. So I can say, let's say if I apply sine rule. So if I apply sine rule here, this angle A, or this is 95. This is 95 upon sine A. Now, first thing is why I'm trying to find this angle. First thing is why I'm trying to find this angle, because see, the question is asking me to write the bearing of B from A. Bearing of B from A. That means you have to measure this angle. So we already know this angle, we just need this angle. So I'm just trying to find this. So see here, this is 95 upon sine A. A upon sine A equal to this angle, that is 38 degree, right? Upon its side, 59.3 upon sine 38 degree. So what is this? If I just cross multiply, this is sine A. If I take this here and this here, cross multiply, 95 into sine 38 upon 59. So this will give you sine A value. So let's see what is this value. This is 95 multiplied with sine 38 divided by 59.3. This is 0.986. Okay, now we'll take the sine inverse of this of 0.986. What is this? This is 80.40. So A will be 80.4 degrees, you can say. Correct? But in the question, they have mentioned that this angle is obtuse angle. So there is another possibility. Why this is possibility? Because sine of angle and its supplementary angle, the addition of two angles is 180 degrees. The sine values are same. So what is the other value of angle A? Angle A can be 80.4 or it can be equal to 180 minus 80.4 degrees. So what is this? You can see this is, if I subtract 180 and this, you will find this is 99.59. 99.5, or you can say 6 only, 6 degrees. Okay, so this is the other angle. So for these two values, 80.4 and 99.6, sine value will be same. So which value will accept? You will accept 99.6 because given in the question that this is an obtuse angle. So what is this angle? This is 99.6 degrees. Now, what is the bearing of B from A? That is this total angle. So just add 99.6 plus 145, which is equal to 244. 244.6. So that is the answer, 244.6 degrees. So let's check the answer. This is 244.6 degrees. Okay. So this is how you can solve this question. So always, this is very important point. Angle BAC is obtuse. So when you use sine rule, you if you get any value, you will always write two values because sine of angle and 180 minus that angle will be same. Okay, remember this point. Now the next question, factorize this. So this is a pretty easy question. You can see I can take out some common here. You can see what is common. First, you can see 6 is common. So 6 I take common. This is 3a square. Okay. So this is minus, no, this is 6 is not common. So 2 is common. Sorry. 2 common. This is 9a square minus 49. Right. So now how can you further simplify? Because this is the difference of squares. When you have difference of square, this is, I can say 3a square minus 7 square, correct? And we know what is a square minus b square, difference of squares. A plus b multiplied with a minus b, the identity, very important identity. So you can see this is 2. Now this is a square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b. So this will become 3a plus 7, and this is 3a minus 7. So this is how we can easily factorize this. Expand and simplify. So just multiply the brackets. So let's say if you start multiplying these two, so this x into 2x, 2x square, 4 into 2x, this is plus 8x, this multiplied. Okay. Now x multiplied with minus 1, so this is minus x. 4 multiplied with minus 1, this is minus 4. So this is the first bracket, first two brackets multiplied. So what is this? This is 2x square plus 7x minus 4 into x minus 2. You can see 8x minus x is 7x, right? Now let's multiply this bracket. So again, each term multiplied with each term. So you can see multiply this 2x square with each term. So this is 2x cube. This is minus 4x square, right? Then 7x multiplied with x, 7x square. Now multiplying this and this is minus 14x. Then minus 4 multiplied with x, minus 4x. Minus 4 multiplied with minus 2, this is plus 8. Correct? So just simplifying this is I'll write it here. This is 2x cube. Now x cube. This is 7x square minus 4x square, which is 3x square. Then minus 14x minus 4x, which is minus 18x, right? Collecting the like terms. And this is plus 8. Plus 8. Okay. So this is the answer. So let's see 2x cube plus 3x square minus 18x plus 8 is equal to. That is the expression. Okay. So now moving to the next question. Okay. Solve the equation. Okay. When you have this question, when you have to solve the equation, just simplify this. This is 5 cos x. Adding minus 2 on both sides, or cos x is equal to minus 2 divided by 5 on both sides. So what is x? So we will take cos inverse of minus 2 by 5. Okay. So what is cos inverse of minus 2 by 5? You can just plug in the values. You can see this is cos inverse of minus 2 by 5. This is 113.6. This is 113.6 to 1 decimal. Okay. That is x. But always remember this, we have to write the answer in 0 and 360 degree. So there will be two possible answers. Why this is two possible answers? Because if you draw the cos x graph like this is the cos x graph. This is 360 degree. This is 270. This is 90. And this is 0. So corresponding to negative 2.5, which is negative 0.4. So this is somewhere here, negative value. You can see this is negative 2.5. So what you have got is this value. That is 130 degree. This angle is 113.6 degree. But you should get two answers because this is another answer which is possible. Now, how will you get this? You can clearly see, you can find this difference and this difference same, or otherwise for cosine, always remember this 360 degree value minus x and x value for cos are same. Cos x and cos 360 degree minus x are same. So what is the other value? You can say this is, the other value is 360 degree minus 113.6 degree. You can use the symmetry. This and this. I can see using this symmetry are same. This is about this, they are symmetric. Correct? So just use this symmetry and you'll get this answer. So what is this? If I subtract, this is 360 minus this is 246.4 degrees. So this is how you can answer it. So always remember for cosine, one angle is x, other angle will be 360 degree minus x. Okay. So this is how you can solve this. So let's see the answer. 113.6 and 246.4 degree on the inside. Now moving to the next question. Okay. The question on upper bound and lower bound. Okay. The question says the metal piece has volume this and correct to 20 centimeter cube. Okay. And the mass of the piece is given to you, correct to nearest decimal. So you have to find the lower bound of the density. So what is density? Density is equal to mass upon volume. Now they're asking you to write the lower bound. So I will write lower bound of density will be equal to find the lower bound, we will put the lower bound of this, lower bound of mass, and we will divide by the high value, that is per bound of the denominator, which is volume. Right? Because if you divide by divide by larger number, the value will become smaller. That is lower bound. Okay. So what is the lower bound of mass? So mass is 7,800. Correct to nearest. Now we have to find lower bound. So this will be 7,800 minus 50, 100 by 2. That is the lower bound. Okay. And what is the upper bound of the volume? Upper bound of the volume is 1240 plus upper bound we will add nearest 20 centimeters, that is 20 by 2, which is plus 10. So what is this? This is value. We just calculate this. This is what? 7,750 divided by 1250. Okay. So what is this? Let's write the answer. This is 7,750 divided by 1250, which is 6.2 grams per centimeter cube. This is 6.2 grams per centimeter cube. Okay, so let's see. This is 6.2. That is the answer for this question. So this is next question. Oh, question on vectors. Let's see. OAB is a triangle. C is the midpoint. C is the midpoint. Okay, of OA. OA, the midpoint is C. That is this and this, right? OC vector. Okay, this is given that OC vector, only this part. This is M vector. CB, this is given to you, which is N vector. The ratio AE is to EB is 4 is to 5. Let's write like this. AE is to EB is 4 is to 5. Find in terms of M and N the position vector of E. You have to find the position vector of E in terms of M and N. Okay. So if you have to find the position vector, that means I'll just draw the diagram using you have to find this OE vector. You have to find this OE vector, correct? So now, if you have to find OE vector, first thing you can observe here is what is OA vector? OA vector. That is, this is OA vector. O to A, that is this. So this is given that this is the midpoint and this vector is M vector, OC vector. So this vector will also be M vector. So this is double of that, that is 2M vector. So I'll write 2M, correct? Now see, if you have to find OE, you just need to find this. What is this? This is AE vector or E vector, because in that case, I'll complete this triangle and using the triangle, I can find the OE vector. But the question comes, how will you find this? Okay. So now for that, they have given you this information. Okay. Now how to use this? Can I say, okay, NC vector. NC vector is known to you. So using NCB vector, this is known to you. So I can easily find what is this? This is our M vector. So in this triangle, you can see in triangle ABC. But which triangle I'm talking about? This triangle, this, and this. Okay. So in this triangle ABC, I can say, if you have to write AB vector, what is A to B vector? Let me write like this. This is our AB vector, correct? So AB vector will be equal to, this is, will go from here to here as A to C, that is minus M, because we are going against the direction, then plus N. So this is the vector N minus M. Now using this, you can easily find what is AE vector. I hope this is clear. What is AE vector? Now AE vector is this, only this part. And we know that this ratio is 4 is to 5. So this is, you can say 4 by 9 of AB vector. Why this is 4 by 9 of AB vector? Because AB vector is this complete vector and this is 4 part of 9. Total 9 part out of 9 part, this is 4 part. So this is 4 by 9 of AB vector. So what is this? This is 4 by 9 of AB vector, which is N minus M. This is N minus M. I hope this is clear. So we got AE vector. Now see, if you want to find OE vector, I can now easily find this. How? So see here, what is OE vector? I can say this is OE vector is equal to this vector, which is OA vector, plus AE vector. I hope this is clear. O to E is same as O to A, that is OA vector, then A to E. Correct? Now what is OA vector? This is 2M. Correct? This is 2M. And what is AE vector? We have found this. This is plus 4 by 9 N minus N. Correct? So now just simplifying this. Okay. So if I simplify this, this is 2M plus 4 by 9 multiplied 4 by 9 N minus 4 by 9 M. correct? Now we will take these two terms together. So if I just make the like fraction, this is 18 by 9m minus 4 by 9m plus 4 by 9n. Now what is this? This is 18 minus 4 is 14 by 9m plus 4 by 9m. 4 by 9n. So this is the answer for this question which you have to find. So this is the position vector of OE. So what is this? So let me check the answer. This is 14 by 9m plus 4 by 9n. This is how you solve these type of questions. Okay. Vector questions are pretty like standard type of question. You need to just see the vectors which are possible and accordingly use the summation of vectors to get the answers. Okay. Moving to the next question. So now the question is the line intersects this curve at P and Q. Find the coordinates of P and Q. Give all the working. Show the answer to correct two decimal places. So how to solve two equations? Simultaneous equation. For the point of intersection, solve this equation. So for solving this, I can say for point of intersection, they will be equal. So 4x plus 12 will be equal to 2x square minus x minus 3. So just arranging the terms, you can see this is 2x square negative x negative 3. I'll take all the terms on this side. Negative 4x negative 12. Just adding negative 4x and negative 12. Correct? So further simplify this. 2x square negative x negative 4x negative 5x negative 15, right? Negative 3 negative 12. Correct? Now how will you solve this? So you can use the quadratic formula here. So what is the quadratic formula? This is x is equal to minus b plus minus. This is under root of b square minus 4ac upon 2. Again, this is given on the first page of the paper. What is a? A is 2. This is a. What is b? B is minus 5. This is minus 5. And c is minus 15. Ax square plus bx plus c. So just plug in the values. So if you put this value, minus b, that is negative of b, plus minus b square, that is b square is minus 5 square, which is 25, minus 4a c upon 2a. So just simplify this. This is 5 plus minus. You can see here, this is 25 and this negative and negative will become positive and this will become 30. 30 into 4, 120. Right. Upon 4. Right. Now, what is 120 plus 25? 145. So just remove this. This is 145. So this is root of 145. Okay. Now you have to just plug in the values in the calculator. You'll get the values of x. Okay. So just put these values in the calculator and you'll get the answer. Okay. So if I put this, you will if I find x is equal to. So if I put these values, you will find x is equal to 4.26 and minus 1.76. 4.26 and minus 1.26. Okay, just put these values. Right now, how will you get y value? So when x is equal to 4.26, y will be equal to, you can use any of the equation and put this. Let's say this equation. So this is 4 into 4.26 plus 12. And if x is equal to minus 1.76, y will be equal to 4 into minus 1.76 plus 12. So from this, you will get the y value, which is equal to 29.04. And you will get this value is 4.96. So what is the coordinate? 4.26 comma 29.04. And this is negative 1.76 and 4.96. So I hope you can easily solve this. This is just a calculation which you can do on the calculator. Okay. Understand the method? How to solve a linear and non-linear equation? Use the equate them and solve this quadratic to get the values. Okay. So this part you can easily do. Okay. So this is the answer for the next question. Right. Now the next question. So here we have a question. The diagram shows the major segment of the circle. Radius is 2.5. Cross section. This is the cross section of a tunnel whose height is 3 meters. Okay. The length of the tunnel, that is depth. You can see the length, that is 800, and it has same cross section throughout its length. That is, this is the prism. Find the volume of the tunnel. So for finding the volume, you have to find the cross section area into the depth. So what is the depth? It is 800. Right. The length you can see. So just find the cross section. Let's focus on cross section. So for finding the cross section, you have to find the area of this segment. Okay. So you can see I can divide this segment into triangle, this triangle, and a sector. Now for finding the area of sector, you need to have the angle. Which angle? You have to find this angle. Now how will you find this angle? So for finding this angle, I will use this triangle. Now how can you use this? You can see here, if I draw perpendicular, you can see this is perpendicular, I draw. If I find this angle, let's say this angle is x. So this angle will also be equal to x. Correct? Symmetry you can see. But for this, you need to have, this is a right angle triangle, you need to have this length. How will you find this length? You can see this total length is 3. And if I join like this, if I join this total is 3. So this will be, you can see this is, and this radius is 2.5. This is 2.5. So this will be 0.5. Why 0.5? Because this total should be equal to what? 3. And this is 2.5 because this is the radius. So this length you can see this is equal to 0.5. I hope this is clear. So now you see I can easily find, if I take cos of x is equal to, this is adjacent side, this is 0.5 upon hypotenuse, which is 2.5. So that is cos inverse. So let's take the cos inverse of 0.5 divided by 2.5, which will make it to 78.46. So this x will be 78.46 or 78.5, you can say 78.5. Let's write this one decimal and just multiply this with 2, that is 156 157. So why multiplying this? Because I'll get this angle, then I'll get this angle. So what is this angle? If I say this angle is theta, that is double of this, which is 157. So now I got this angle. So what is this angle? You see this angle is 157. So I'll just remove this and say this is 157. Okay. I hope this is clear why this is 157. Now, if this is 157, I can easily write what is this? This is 157, 360 degree minus 157, which is 203. So this angle is 203 degree. This is 157 degree. Now, how will get the area of this sector? This sector. So angle subtended by this sector is 203. So what is the area? This will be equal to area of this sector, which is theta, that is 203 upon 360 degree into pi r square. What is the radius of this sector? 2.5. So this is 2.5 square plus, what is the, this is the area of sector, area of this triangle. Now how will you find the area of this triangle? This is 2.5 also, and we know in a triangle, if you know two sides and angle between them, this is half a into b into sine of angle between them. So this is half 2.5 multiplied by 2.5 multiplied with sine of 157 degree. This is the area of this cross section. So let's calculate this value. So what is this? This is 203 divided by 360 multiplied with pi multiplied with 2.5 square plus, this is, so let me write this. This is 11.07 plus, this value will be 2.5 into 0.5 multiplied with sine 157 degree, sine 157 degree, which is 1.22. So this is total is 12.29. So this is 12.29 meter square. That is the area of cross section. So what is the volume? Volume will be equal to the area of cross section, which is 12.29 multiplied with the length. Length is 800. So just multiply this with 800. So this is 12.29 multiplied with 800. So what is this? This is 9832 meter cube. Let's check the answer. This is 98. Yeah. So this is the correct answer, 9832. Just approximate, you can just calculate this value. Okay. So understand the method. How you got this? Area of cross section. But for area of cross section, you got the area of center and triangle. This is how you can solve it. So I hope you have understood all the questions. And if you have not understood any question, just go slowly, you will get all the questions which are not very difficult. Okay. So that's it for this. If you have understood, like this video, please subscribe to our channel and share with your friends. Thank you. Bye-bye.